who spun around, and that's what happened. This was pave. Oh, he got spun around. And is Wisniewski going to feed him into the wall? Yes, he is, Roland Massa style. The race gets underway in Formula E Accelerate, charging down towards turn one, and it's a very good start from Biancalila. He's got the inside line. Yayovski is going to have to surrender that, isn't he? There's a bit of wheel banging behind, and Risto Capit has a bit of a nudge with Kevin Siggy. They're still side by side for the lead, and somehow Yayovski is going to just about hold on in front, I think. Very, very tight between them. Biancalila in the Audi still coming at him. They go nose to tail down the back straight. Biancalila in the Audi pulls to the outside, but Yayovski holds the lead for the time being. Carroll has got up into third place then, ahead of Kevin Siggy. Bono Huis is up into fifth. Golombek and Capit are battling for sixth position. So Risto Capit lost a lot of places. Bit of a traffic jam down at the tricky double right-hander. We're getting sandwiched in the Jaguar there, but Yayovski somehow still in the lead. I thought that Biancalila had that all day long.
Yeah, but he drove around the outside at turn one, which meant he had the inside line for turn two and turn three, Jack. That's how he managed to keep the lead.
25 minutes this race, not 25 minutes plus one lap, just standard 25 minutes. They have basically half the amount of energy to use. To be precise, they have the same amount of energy to use, but it gets used up twice as fast as in a real Formula E race, which of course is double the race distance here. And there were a few drivers who've never done this before, were messaging on the Discord channels saying, we really have to save this much energy? And everyone was like, yep.
Second place takes first and second take their first attack mode, Jack.
Yep, so Yayovski and Biancalila both take their first attack mode then. So we'll keep an eye out on the attack modes that are used, and those are the only two in the field that have done it, so maybe to try and make a little bit of a gap.
The thing is, when is everybody else going to take their first attack mode? That'll be the next part of the race.
The other strategical element in this, well, there's your answer. Carroll and Siggy both use their first attack mode as well as they come out of the final corner. Risto Capit taking his first attack mode too. And as you say, New York is a track that you don't lose as much time as some others that we'll go to later in the year. So through they come, the left-hander, and Graham Carroll is in attack mode now, and he's right behind Manuel Biancalila. Coming down into turn one, Carroll goes to the inside, Biancalila squeezes him, but Carroll is through, gets it stopped, up into second place.
Yeah, great move there, Jack. He's waited for them to finish their first attack, knowing that he's got the pace and got the move done. Well done. Now he's got to get after the leader.
So I think Petr Berliak is going to get a 5-second time penalty at the end of this race for avoidable contact. Siggy is past Biancalila as well. Bono Huis is taking his first attack mode. So Biancalila, after looking very racy at the start, is slipping back just a little bit. 17 minutes left on the clock. Another attack mode used for Kevin Siggy. Biancalila went for his second attack mode, but I think he might not have got it. Bono Huis is coming past him, and Biancalila is continuing to slide backwards a little bit. So Kevin Siggy is now in his second of two attack modes. Huis has got ahead of Biancalila, who's up into fifth position. Yayovski's lead is 1.7 seconds at the moment over Graham Carroll. So Siggy is now on the back of Graham Carroll, and he's still in attack mode for a couple of minutes, and there's the move into the Manhattan hairpin. Siggy, the Race at Home Challenge winner, up into second place. But here's Carolini's ahead. So Graham Carroll has got ahead of Kevin Siggy and is up into second place. Looks like the move got done down into turn one, and Carroll is up into second position. Yayovski, huge advantage, 4 seconds clear at the front.
And nearly 2% better than the people in second and third.
Yeah, this is a really almighty drive from Erhan Yayovski.
Oh, is he going to be able to keep it nailed? And is Siggy going to defend?
Oh, Siggy comes over very late.
That's very late.
Huis goes to the outside. This is going to be super tight. What a move from Bono Huis. All the way around the outside. Just about gives Siggy enough room. Siggy will have the inside for the next left-hander, but Huis, with the extra power, moves up into third position. Oh, for third, that's going to be quite something. Oh, Bono Huis is under attack. Siggy is now attacking Huis again. Huis could lose both positions here, and he does. Siggy's up into third. Biancalila's trying to hang it on around the outside in the Audi. Huis has his nose up the inside, but Biancalila is going to have the drive down the back straight, but he's all out of shape, has to correct. He's in the slipstream of Siggy. The Audi goes to the outside now. This is the battle for third place on the final lap, and Manuel Biancalila takes it. After slipping back in the early stages, his energy saving has paid dividends, and he's up into third spot. Siggy fourth. Huis goes from a podium position down to fifth place, in the space of one corner, really.
It's all come alive in the last 5 minutes, hasn't it? Unbelievable.
Brilliant end to this first Formula E Accelerate race. Biancalila swings it into the hairpin, but Erhan Yayovski is the driver. You can see in the bottom left. He's coming now in through the little chicane at the end of the lap, and then swings it into the final corner at Basin Bend. The first Formula E Accelerate win goes to Erhan Yayovski across the line, celebrates in style, and he looks relieved and delighted and satisfied with that win. Carroll comes across the line in second position. Biancalila, great drive actually from the Sicilian to finish in third place. Siggy fourth, Huis fifth, Golombek sixth, Otmir seventh, Gassner, Capit, Rasmussen, the rest of the top 10. Here come the lights. Round 2 of Formula E Accelerate is underway, and immediately Yayovski chops over to the inside, gets a decent getaway. Siggy's almost put in the wall by Golombek behind, but Yayovski holds the lead into turn 1. Golombek in the Porsche might get up into second place. Mark Gassner's further back down the field, and Freddie Rasmussen holds second position. Golombek third, Siggy fourth, Martin Stefanko in the Jaguar looks to the outside, coming into the right-hander of Hong Kong Station at turn 2. Graham Carroll is putting his nose up the inside to try and get past Stefanko. This is where we can see a bit of trouble coming into the chicane, but all neat and tidy for the first few. Yayovski got the lead, held the lead, Oliver Rowland, and now he's got to manage his race. There is Olli Pakala in attack mode, another racer in the Visa Vegas E-race, finished third in that one, has a little bit of a nudge of the wall on the inside. He is trying to pass Jan van der Heide as they go nose to tail up the back straight, and van der Heide keeps the door open and Pakala goes through.
Yeah, could have probably been a little bit more aggressive, but maybe thinking a little bit more long-term, and hopefully, you know, in Jan's position, the Mahindra can crack on and attack the next one to give him an opportunity as well.
19 minutes left on the clock, and Yayovski, the leader, takes attack mode then. So Erhan Yayovski and Kevin Siggy both use attack mode for the first time. So that's one for Yayovski and one for Kevin Siggy. We'll see whether Siggy can get involved with Golombek and Rasmussen up at the front of the order. There's a yellow flag out there in sector 2. I think Pave has run into trouble. He's dropped down to last position. So Pave maybe, while he was trying to pass Bono Huis, has ended up in a bit of trouble. And here he is. Kevin Siggy on the attack up the inside of Marius Golombek, almost feeds him into the wall. The two stay side by side, but Siggy's through then.
Good move.
Up into third place. He's a couple of seconds really behind Freddie Rasmussen in second spot, but Golombek, when will he decide to use attack mode, and Carroll behind as well. This was Peo Pev. Oh, he got spun around. Tough. Not really anything he could do about that one. Here's Yayovski. Once again, it's amazing how he gets pole by the smallest of margins, but in the race he's able to control it so well. Here comes Carroll then, he's still in attack mode, coming down to turn 1, and he looks to the inside of Golombek, and Carroll is going to get fourth position here. Golombek swings it wide, but the Scot is through. So here they come into the hairpin right-hander, and there, you're absolutely right, Freddie Rasmussen activates his attack mode. He's going to be having it. You can see the halo light up as well on the right-hand side, just like in real life as we come down into the final couple of corners. So they're both on similar usable energy. Rasmussen will be in attack mode for slightly longer than Erhan Yayovski. It's all going to come down to the final lap. Here they come then, final couple of corners. Erhan Yayovski looking to make it 2 out of 2. Freddie Rasmussen looking to get past him at the final turn. Through they come. Yayovski out across the line, and it is 2 wins in a row for the North Macedonian. He really had to work hard for that one. Dominated in New York City, looked like he was dominating here, but Freddie Rasmussen pushed him all the way. Kevin Siggy is third across the line, Graham Carroll fourth, Stefanko fifth, and Golombek just holds on for sixth position. Here's Jarno Otmir, who's trying to get past Nikodem Wisniewski for the final point on the final lap. Bono Huis is going side by side with him, and he didn't quite get him. So Wisniewski holds on to 10th position, Otmir in 11th, Huis in 12th, the two separated by tenths of a second, but Erhan Yayovski is the driver who takes the win once again. His second win in a row, his second win from pole position, so that takes him to 56 points at the top of the championship. Round 3 of Formula E Accelerate begins now. Down towards turn 1, Siggy got a reasonable getaway by the looks of things. Rasmussen slots into second place, thinks about going to the outside. Very early on the brakes from Bono Huis in the Mercedes. There's going to be a bit of contact there, 3 wide. The 2 Jaguars have Graham Carroll in the Envision Virgin car trying to get up the inside of him. There's a spinner further back. Apologies, it was one of the Neos, not the Jaguars. But it's Siggy who leads, Rasmussen second, Huis in third, Berliak still fourth. 5th place is Risto Capit, I think, just about. It's Stefanko who's dropped down the order. Bold start from Erhan Yayovski. He's gone from 9th up to 7th spot on the opening couple of corners, and it's such an interesting first few corners at Berlin. There's so many lines to take. Marius Golombek's under investigation for some of that chaos at turn 1. In fact, it was him and Artur Leyuk, who now you can see are down in 23rd and 24th places, who spun around, and that's what happened. Golombek into the back of Leyuk, and then he got spun around again, joined in by the other Porsche driver of Jaroslav Honzik, and that was the chaos at the first corner. So Kevin Siggy into attack mode. That's a fairly early usage, and this is the first attack mode we've seen this season where you lose time if you activate attack mode. So as a result, Siggy has lost the lead of the race to Freddie Rasmussen. Now that's an interesting choice to give up track position.
Yeah, he's lost 1 position. Taking the attack mode, you have to take the really wide line at the end of the back straight. Here he is going into attack mode. Yeah, he got it perfectly. Only losing 1 place, I think it's not bad on this track because there's lots of overtaking opportunities, and here he is down the inside into turn 1.
So Siggy in attack mode up the inside of Freddie Rasmussen. Rasmussen tries to hang it on, but he can't quite get the job done. Here's Bono Huis down towards turn 1. Berliak fights it, but Huis finds the inside, coming into turn 1. Back end nearly goes, but he gets it stopped just in time, and Huis back up into third. So here's Bianca Lila fighting hard with one of the DS cheaters of Nikodem Wisniewski. Side by side up towards the final corner. Still side by side. And is Wisniewski going to feed him into the wall? Yes, he is, Roland Massa style. Here's Carroll then, right up behind Bono Huis, and he goes for his second attack mode then, Graham Carroll. So he has decided to leave it a bit later than the others. Oh, is he going to lose out here to Peter Berliak? They're going to be side by side. He just has enough power to get ahead, and Berliak's got all out of shape. That could be an opportunity for Erhan Yayovski. We haven't mentioned him in a while. He's in 6th place. That's going to close the gap to 5th, Peter Berliak, just a little bit with 5 minutes to go. And Huis goes into his second attack mode now. And so Carroll gets the position coming into the final corner, and here's the move up the inside. Bono Huis sends it coming into turn 1 and gets ahead of Graham Carroll. So Huis gets up into 3rd place using his attack mode, and he's back into the 3rd spot in which he started. He and Carroll are both looking very, very short. We'll have to wait and see how many more laps we've got. And there's the dummy, Carroll up the inside. Huis is down to 4%, Carroll's down to 3%. I don't think they're getting to the end of this race. No. They're surely not getting another lap.
I don't see how they're going to do the last lap.
Siggy crosses the line to start his final lap. 0 minutes remaining, and Carroll has hit 0%. Huis has hit 0%. They've both stopped. Oh. They think that was the end of the race. They thought that was all they had to do. And now they've got to try and creep around somehow on the final lap, but they're not going to make it. So Peter Berliak gets up into 3rd place, up into 4th place. From 9th on the grid goes Erhan Yayovski. What a recovery drive from the championship leader. Carroll slowing down. He's going to try and roll to the finish, but that's not really going to achieve anything. Here comes Kevin Siggy, though, through the final corner. The Race at Home Challenge winner from last year is back in the championship fight. Comes across the line, wins in Berlin. 2nd for Freddie Rasmussen, his second place in a row. Peter Berliak finishes in 3rd, and Erhan Yayovski does manage to pick up 4th position then. So the swing is 13 points between the two of them, so it's a 9-point advantage for Erhan Yayovski at the top of the championship. As far as damage limitation goes, starting 9th on the grid, it's a decent effort.